Many footballers has come out with some of the most weirdest methods, like cutting holes in your shoe, cutting holes in your socks, and even playing in a match without tying your shoe. But the real question is, the footballer's method actually works. And so I did my research trying to find why footballers are using this method, and I came across a few. So to put it to the test, I'm going to be trying some of those methods out and then rank them to see if they're useful or useless. Starting with number 1, we got Gavi. Now, I don't know if Gavi actually knows how to tie his shoes because he's been doing it for so long. I mean, look at all these pictures that I found. And honestly, this was heartbreaking knowing that this dude is 20 years old and he don't know how to tie his own boots. But I'm starting to think that this is a method. Or is it? And eventually I went on to put on my boots, and of course, I didn't tie them. And I actually wanted to know the reason why Gavi does this. And the reason behind it is because ever since Gavi was a kid, he has always played with his boots untied and never actually learned how to tie them properly, so he just left them untied. But I think this is very, very useless. And I think that because it's also very dangerous because you can step on your own laces and fall down, which is also another injury. Next was Vitinha. Now Vitinha is actually the opposite of Gavi because Vitinha decided to take all the laces off and play without laces. I mean, it helped. And I think he does it because he don't want to stop mid-game and tie your shoes, because you know, once you tie your shoes, sometimes your shoes get untied during the game, so you have to stop and then tie your shoes. And I think this is a brilliant idea. I actually take all the laces out and then leaves it like this. And now I wanted to know how comfortable the boots were after I took the laces off. Oh my days, this is very, very comfortable, man. And to really see how comfortable I was, I decided to do some keepy-ups. And for the comfortability, I'm gonna rate it a 10. Now I myself has also used this method in my game, and trust me, this actually works. I think this is a brilliant idea from Vitinha right here, so I'm gonna say this is very, very useful. Jude Bellingham, one of England's most precious talent, and throughout his years at Dortmund and now Madrid, we noticed something weird about him. Now I wanted to know the reason why Jude Bellingham always cut holes in the back of his socks, and the reason is to ensure the skin can breathe and there is easier blood circulation. And now I wanted to try to see if it actually worked. In my opinion, I think this is very, very useful. The Jude Bellingham method, very useful if you have bigger calves, bigger calves, bigger calves. I'm about to try on. Now while trying this method out, I had 2 goals in my mind. 1. Is this method actually worth it? 2. Does it really help with blood circulation? To be honest with you, the socks are still tight. And this is some tight socks right here. And instantly I felt a huge difference because the front was still tight, but the calf area was a bit released. And with that being said, the blood circulation passed the test. Right around the shin and then the calves, you can tell like I can breathe a little bit, I have space. It's not so tight around the calf area. So, very useful. And I think this is also very helpful and also dumb at the same time. Because while you're cutting holes in your socks, if your calves are too big, just do the Jack Grealish. You can put your sock, you can lower your socks, put your socks near your, I don't know what these bones is called. I didn't pass science, bro. But overall, this method is not worth it. There's also another method, which is the Jack Grealish if you have bigger calf, but I think this method is not really worth it, but it's very, very useful. Have you ever wondered why Cristiano Ronaldo always wear long sleeves? Well, let me tell you why. If you're a player like Cristiano Ronaldo, he gets fouled all the time. So it makes sense for him to always wear long sleeve. And we've seen players like Jude Bellingham also do the same thing. Why does Jude Bellingham always wear long sleeve in every match? And the whole reason behind it is to protect the elbow from getting any scratches or bruises. Well, if you're a player like Cristiano Ronaldo, you're going to get fouled all the time. Especially back in his Man United days, where he was a skillful winger. Now I actually wanted to try this out myself. So I brought a long sleeve and a regular shirt and a compression long sleeve, and now it was time to try it on. This is very, very helpful if you're playing on grass, or sometimes if you're playing on turf as well, because you're going to get fouled all the time. If you're a baller, obviously. If you're not a baller, don't worry about it, bro. Now this will be a 10 out of 10, but since it was so hot outside, I'm gonna have to rate this a 5.
Now, if your club don't provide long sleeve jersey, then you can always go to Dick's Sporting Goods to buy you some compression. You can always go buy some compression long sleeve. Is that how you pronounce it? Compression, long sleeve compression. Yeah.
Now, when the club don't provide long sleeve jersey, Cristiano Ronaldo actually wear a compression long sleeve that matches the jersey to blend in, like this picture right here.
And make sure it's also matching. Make sure it's matching the jersey as well.
Speaking of matching, I didn't realize that I'm not matching.
Because you can't be wearing white long sleeves and then a red shirt. It doesn't make any sense, bro. You gotta match, bro. If your club don't have this, don't have long sleeve, then you can always buy some compression long sleeve. Dick's Sporting Goods.
And now it was time to put on the compression long sleeve.
And it features so perfectly as well. Even though it's hot as hell in this place, man. it's like 95 degrees outside, bro. And I'm wearing compression long sleeve. Oh man.
Then instantly felt like a whole different person.
I look like I play for AC Milan. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I don't know if Cristiano Ronaldo wear this on the pitch to look good, or he actually wear this to protect his elbow. But for style, I'll give this a 10 out of 10 for sure.
And I think this method is very useful, especially if you're a Sunday League player.
Because when you're a Sunday League player, you're going to have to play on grass all the time, and sometimes even turf, which is even worse. So you need to wear long sleeve at all costs, because you know, if you're a baller, you're going to get fouled all the time. You're the main target. So I recommend that you should wear long sleeve.
So it makes sense for you to wear long sleeve all the time to prevent bruises and scratches, because you're going to get fouled, especially if you know you're a baller. If you know you're a baller, my guy, wear long sleeve. You feel what I'm saying? So this method is very, very, very useful.
Next, we have Philippe Coutinho.
Now, back in 2017, Philippe Coutinho actually did this.
Now, I think the whole reason behind it is because his right boot was probably super tight, especially around the heel area, and probably had blisters. And that's why he probably cut a giant hole in the back of his heel so that his heel can breathe.
Alright, boot number 1 is going. Oh my days, this is tight.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that I was going to be wearing my old boots that I used to wear probably 1 year ago.
Remember, keep in mind, I tried this on when I didn't have socks on in my house. This is tight, man. I haven't worn this in a year. Oh my days.
Then I spent the next few minutes trying to put those boots on.
Now obviously I wouldn't put a hole in the boots that I'm actually wearing. So these used to be my old boots and it's broken now, as you can see. Broken.
He needs some milk.
It's useless at this point, so I put a hole right there. And this shoe, actually we used to wear these like around, I would say last year. This is a size, I believe this is a size 8. It's kind of tight. It's kind of tight. I try it on in my house. It's kind of tight. These babies are tight, so I'm about to test it out and see what Coutinho. What was the point of that?
And the first test was comfortability. Things was looking pretty good for a minute. Until this happened.
Hell nah, hell nah, hell nah. Hell nah. Oh, hell nah. Ooh. Boy, sorry, but this is too tight, bro. Useless.
2. Is it actually worth it?
But I just think this is very, very useless. Why would you put a hole in your shoe? What is that going to help you with? But for me, this is very, very useful and pointless. Why would you put a hole in your shoe? Rich people, man.
Now, it is safe to say that some of these footballers' methods actually work and some don't. But I would recommend that you use the one that works.